Welcome to Bright Boys, the backstory to how the world first went digital. Hi, I'm Tom Green, the author of Bright Boys, which is the prequel to our digital world of disruption and transformation. It's a story of origin on how and why the world first went digital. I wrote Bright Boys back in 2010, and ever since it's been an Amazon bestseller. Thanks to the thousands of people who bought the book and enjoyed it. I'm truly indebted to your patronage. And now I'm very excited to be your host and companion for Bright Boys, the podcast. Bright Boys, the podcast is an episodic podcast series of 8 30-minute podcasts beginning in 2019. Hard to believe that in our modern world of digital disruption that there was a time when things digital were just science fiction. 1949 changed everything. In 1949, the first digital ping announced itself to the world, and nothing has been the same since. Long before Uber shook up the taxi business and Airbnb shocked hoteliers, digital disruption has been rumbling through industries for over 5 decades, virtually unnoticed. Unless, of course, yours is one of the millions and millions of jobs in the path of digital disruption. History's first uncharted romp into going digital ushered up from the minds of a group of brilliant misfit engineers and their digital creation, Whirlwind. A behemoth building-sized computer that rocked the world with its then-blazing speed of 10,000 calculations a second. In a world with no internet or social media, with little radio and less TV, digital disruption quietly debuted in 1949, and thereafter, with little to no fanfare, methodically spread its digital brand of transformation everywhere. Bright Boys is the story to digital disruption. Join me for a podcast journey back to 1949, to an old laundry building at 111 Massachusetts Avenue in Cambridge, Massachusetts, where the first digital ping announced itself to the world. Going digital has a mind-boggling backstory that celebrates its 70th anniversary in 2019. I'm looking forward to your company on a journey back to 1949. Back to when there was 0 megabytes of RAM on the entire planet. Digital computers were non-existent, and software was what people called a comfortable pair of shoes. Bright Boys is an amazing journey of a group of brilliant rebels who in a single white-hot decade of fantastical invention made the world go digital. They were called irresponsible misfits, with 0 credibility, 0 standing, and 0 chance of building the laughable, crazy machine that they claimed would change the world. Join me on a high-tech digital romp, where in rapid succession these wild and crazy misfits built the first electronic digital computer, the first modem, the first computer keyboard, the first computer monitor, the first core memory, the first mouse, and the first software. And when everyone was hot about copying everything that they did, they one-upped themselves with the first transistorized computer, the first digital network, and the first digital packets sent coast to coast, clear across the country, otherwise known as the Internet, before it was called the Internet. Come along on a journey and find out what was so special about 1949 that it became the year of the very first digital ping. What had happened previously to make the technology so ready? What was so special about those Bright Boy engineers that they got the first shot at hatching this new digital world? Their digital world quickly became the digital world for the rest of us. History repeats itself. The parallels between 1949 and the onrush of today's robotics, artificial intelligence, and automation are strikingly similar. How can our history of going digital, beginning in 1949, give us insight into the present and future as the new wave of going digital with robotics, artificial intelligence, and automation once again changes our world and our lives? Please join me, your host, Tom Green, as we journey together to 1949 for Bright Boys, the podcast. Bright Boys, the podcast, on the occasion of the 70th anniversary of the world first going digital, 1949 to 2019. I'm looking forward to your company on the first of 8 30-minute podcasts beginning in 2019. Thanks. See you soon.